Christ Sisterhood group. Hey, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I hope everybody has had a great Tuesday. Please comment if you can hear me. Let me know that you can hear that the audio and everything is good. And I am just excited to be here with you all this evening. And in the comments, I want you all to do a little something different for me this evening. Let me know exactly where you're watching from, where you are connected from. And I'm going to share that information with Miss CC, but I just want to get a just get to know what area that is always on with us and connected with us. But I thank everybody for being a part of Hear My Cry Sisterhood. I see that we have two people that have joined us. Can you all let me know if you can hear me? And please just let me know if you can hear me well. I'm trying to see if they are going to say they can, because I won't see what they're saying on Facebook until someone will actually comment in the comments field. But we'll go ahead and we'll get started. And I'll just wait for someone to say here. Let's see.
Can I see the responses?
Yes, they said, hey, no, you probably won't be able to because it's from my end. They said, hey there, we can hear you. So awesome, awesome. I just wanted to do that audio check before we got in. All right. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, whoever posted that. Post your name so I can tell you thank you so much. Okay. So, Miss CC, thank you so much for joining me. As I stated, thank you for being willing to do this with me. And I am just excited about what we're about to go over, the knowledge you're about to share with us, all this good stuff that you are going to tell us. So, I know you, and I know a ton of people that are in the group. They know you, but I would like for you to introduce yourself to us and share what information you want to share with us, and tell us about yourself, and then we'll get into our questions.
Okay. Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining me and Miss Arlene. I am really just elated to be asked to do this with her. I've watched her from afar, and I've just been admiring her in this new platform in her life, and I'm really giving her kudos because this is an awesome platform that she has. So again, I am Cynthia CC Pickett. Everybody knows me by CC. I am a comedian at heart. I love making people laugh. That has always been my forte, making people laugh all the way through my family. I am from Birmingham, Alabama, born and bred here, but I moved away for many years, about 37 years. I moved away, went to Dallas, went to Texas. I am the mother of two beautiful daughters, and one lives here in Birmingham and one in Dallas. I have four handsome grandsons, and on the late part, I have a granddaughter who's a year old. And the years and the span between those children, the oldest of my grandsons is 21, and the next 20, and then the next one is 19 and 18, and then we have a 1-year-old. Well, she's right about 16 months now.
Okay. And that's the boss lady.
Yeah, she's the boss. And Arlene has expressed to me that she wanted me to kind of reiterate how I got into comedy, and how this platform has really touched my life. And actually how I got into it was by my daughter. My daughter, Kenya, said, "Mom, you're so funny. Why don't you go out to the comedy club out in Addison, Texas, and try out for the open mic?" And I did. And that's been about 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did, and I was a hoot. I won the contest, was asked to come back. And then after that night, I was asked to come back again. And then after then, it was just a ripple effect. People would come, and I had a good number of followers who would follow me, my church members and my co-workers. And everything just led up to one thing, led to another. And the comedy thing came about because I decided to take the pain that I had gone through in my life, and I decided to stop crying about it and start laughing about it.
Oh.
It was the past.
Yeah.
And I started to stopped crying and I started laughing because there's healing in laughter. I mean,
Amen.
the things I've cried about over the years, I turned them around and I realized I could have been laughing the whole time. But at that time in my life, I didn't see anything to laugh about.
Right.
So now I learned how to laugh at my own pain. And getting older, and going my body going through different changes, I'm really finding it hilarious right about now.
Oh yes. Yes. I'm experiencing some of them changes at 46. So yes, ma'am.
So I'm laughing at a lot of things that are going on in my life right now, so it has really, really been um, a really learning experience. Comedy is a hard job to get into unless you don't want to work.
Right.
Uh, Personally, I work too hard on my degrees to sit on them, so I choose to work. I do comedy as a hobby, and it's the best hobby in the world. I love it, and
Yeah.
so never really had a Facebook page or a page where people could. I get more jobs and more opportunities to do comedy just by word of mouth, and
Uh-huh.
that has really been my go through. I really haven't really just say advertise or get on Facebook Live, Facebook and Instagram and things like that. People hit me up on it and they'll ask me, will I do such and such a thing? And I'm more than happy because I love doing it.
Right, right. And it's definitely something that I know that you love. And that's the thing that when I first met you, that I always loved about you. And I'm the same way. I love laughter to be that thing that we can do. We can, share together. We can,
Right,
it's better to me for it to be something, to smile about,
right,
something that
right.
is, awesome and amazing. And it's one of those things where you can't, you just can't get enough of laughing and having a good time with people,
Yeah,
because like you said, it's better to laugh about the situation, and sometimes we can't laugh about it when we're going through it, but
right, right.
even when we find something humorous in it, when we find something in it that we can share with others,
That's
like you said, to make other people happy.
That's so true. That's so true. And when you realize after things are all said and done, and you realize things aren't really wasn't as bad as you thought they were, and then you start to laugh at them. That's when you've come to a point in your life where I could have did this a little easier by laughing my way. I could have handled this a lot better. And as you get older, you notice that your temperament to take on different things at a different level now. I was such a hothead when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? You say
Yeah,
something wrong, I'd be like, hey, what? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I'm
yeah,
up, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm learning that I don't have to go that route no more. You know what I'm saying? And I tell
absolutely.
people all the time, I'm like, I think in the Bible, Peter was the one that God had to make shut up all the time because
Right.
he know how to. He just was always talking. So I'm that person. I'm that Peter. Peter was my uncle. So
Yeah.
I had to learn how to shut up and let God handle things. And when it's my time to talk, people really, really would listen.
Right.
And so I understood how important my voice was because now that I can speak, my mind without having to use every other word, them little, 3-letter words, I realized how important that voice.
Yes.
Good. I am good when it comes to um uh letting my voice be heard, and I use the platform in order to make women feel more comfortable about their bodies and what they
Right.
go through. And I use the platform to also to instill in parents about their children, and that I'm not been the best mom in the world, but you can say I was a good mom. I
Right.
best, but I was a good mom. I wasn't that lovey-dovey type mom, but I was that mom that's hard working. I'm gonna tell you what's right, whether you
Right.
hear it or not.
Right.
I was that mom. you know.
Right,
And
right.
I've learned to laugh at those things. And even as my daughters, after they gotten older, they said, Mom, you used to beat us to death. Now you don't want us to touch. You don't even want us to touch the boys. And I said, no, you better not touch them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
That's
exactly.
wrong. But you know, that's my choice now, you know?
Yes, yes, exactly. And that's, that's a grandmother, from a
Yeah.
grandmother's perspective, And I remember when Ariel was younger and I would have to get on to her or, okay, see, me and you, we about to have it out. My mother, she was like, bye, I'll talk to you later. I don't want to hear all of it. I'm like, wait a minute, what do you mean? You don't want to hear all that? So I know exactly what you're saying. And then, being a mom and I told people, I went to elementary school and I spoke with some parents and I said, raise your hand if you would like a manual, to come with kids.
Right.
If you would like a manual. But I told them, I said, but you have to think about it. When we get manuals for products, the
Right.
products are the same.
That's
So
right.
what we do, we can take it back to the store and we return
Right.
it and we get another one. I said, we can't get a manual for a child because children are not the same.
No,
So even if we had a manual, it would not fit for all of them.
if you know we could take them back, you know how many children turn out right about now, we can take them back. But
Exactly.
unfortunately, we cannot take them back. So we learn. I learned from those mistakes. I learned what not.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you what I wouldn't do, but I sure can tell you what I learned not to do. You know,
Exactly. And it's one of those things where it's growth even in parenting.
true that.
Because when I had Ariel, I was 27 and, being a first time mom and then experiencing this, I had to learn how to parent her. I did not have, and it wasn't like, okay, she was just like me or she was just like her dad. She was like
Right.
neither one of us. So
Right.
we were like, okay, now we have to learn how to parent. So we were growing and being taught as we were
At
trying
the
to
same
teach her.
time. Right.
Yes. So
Right.
I totally understand that. And with giving, like you said, and I love what you said about giving, your platform gives, women a way to look at themselves and appreciate their bodies and
Right.
focus on, and not just be focused on all the negative stuff.
Exactly.
Most of the time when we start to describe ourselves, we'll start with everything negative first.
That's
We
right.
will not say one good thing. We will go with our girl, I need to lose some weight here. I need to do this. I need to do that.
Hey, you just that be my reply to that. You ain't gonna lose it today, so let's worry. Man. And I tell people all the time, I thank God for things like my teeth, my ability to get up and be able to shower myself without no
Yes.
the use of my hands and my feet, my eyes. You know how many people
Right.
their ability to even function, and so instead of focusing on negative, I'm aging. Yes, my eyesight is not what it used to be, but I have excellent contacts.
Yes. Me
Yeah.
too. Me
And,
too.
you know what I'm saying? I know things don't always work like that. Sometimes I make it to the bathroom, sometimes
Yes, ma'am.
but I know, you know what I'm saying? I do know my perfections and my imperfections, but I also know that God knows all my ins and outs. So
Absolutely.
as we age, don't always measure up. Sometimes they measure down.
Yep.
I am still among the living. I have to look at it like that because I promise you, ain't nobody left from my class, Arlene, but the short bus people, ones that didn't nobody want.
Oh my
They
goodness.
really starting to look good now too. Arlene.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But then, sometimes we do have to rearrange some stuff and think about some stuff and and everything is not like it was from the beginning.
Right.
Like I may have been so all caught up in one thing being one way one day, but now I'm like, you know what? That ain't even, I'm not sweating it. I'm not,
Right.
and I tell people that all the time, like we've got to get to a place where we don't sweat the small stuff. Like we don't make that more important than our happiness.
Right.
Than, us just going through life every day. I absolutely love to laugh, love to be silly because I've spent so much time being unhappy.
True
So
that.
much time,
True that.
just not knowing. So at this stage of my life, I'm this is all I'm able to give you
True.
is laughter, happiness, and joy. I'm sorry.
And, when me and my girlfriends, all of us are divorced, either widowed or divorced, and the majority of us have 2, 3 kids. Diane is the only one that has 4. She has 4 kids, but all of them are grown. So
Mhm.
we're at a stage now where we're learning how to really complement one another. We
Right.
able to support each other. Gwen just had a granddaughter, and she's been in the hospital since birth, and so
Mhm.
real heavy burden on Gwen. So being able to laugh and being able to even pray with her and laugh with her, the changes the baby is going through and the different things that's going on. Even though we know it's a serious situation, sometimes we just had to pull out the laughter out of it some kind of way, and support.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And a lot of times I'll if I'm upset with Roderick and I'll call one of my friends called Sabrina or Sharon or Shonda. Now by the time I get out the phone, I done forgot what I'm mad with him about because we've laughed and talked about so many other things to it don't even matter no more what
Yeah,
I was mad with him about.
I,
So I understand
I
that.
my friends are my support system. They really are. And when you have people, how we use that word so cavalier, friends, but I am truly, truly blessed to have just 3 to 4 ladies that I can truly say are my friends, my confidants. And, and when I am the one that I'm the more energetic, the one that wants to exercise and do stuff. And I was telling them the other day how I was running. And I said, my mind really wasn't on no man and then, but there's some kind of way the devil always gonna come into play. His brother passed by me, he was sweating, smelling good, and I said, girl, I stopped dead in my tracks. I pray, girl, stop. Lord, give me script. Lord, give me script. You know what I'm saying? That took my breath away. Just that few minutes, and he spoke and showed them pearly whites, and I said, oh Lord, give me script. But
Absolutely.
just to be able to laugh at ourselves and the
Yep.
situations we find ourselves in at this point in our lives, we
Yep.
have been very encouraging. Even at the COVID-19 things, like past always preaching that we are not an island. We are not meant to do life alone.
Right.
Out my friends and the support system through this, I don't think, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
Would have turned out as good as they have, but God has always placed good people in my path, and I'm grateful for that. I really am grateful for that.
Absolutely. And I definitely know that COVID really, and I was already a very person that, looked at friendships and paid attention to friendships
Right,
and paid attention to people, but it just made me appreciate those relationships
right,
even more.
right.
And I'm the one that always like, oh, I love y'all. And they be, oh, she's so soft. And they're Sharon always and they'll laugh at me, but I'm like just very big on telling people that I love them and I mean that genuinely. And we do it all the time at church. If we
Yeah,
leave with each other, we love you, see you
right.
next week, see you tomorrow, whatever. And I think that women need to well, that was my purpose for Hear My Cry, to get us back to good girlfriend
Right,
relationship,
right,
to
right.
understand that we need that support system, as you were just stating,
Do
in
that.
order for us to go through life. If
Right.
I didn't have the people that I could talk to and vent and release things to, I don't know if I would be able to do as much as I'm doing on a day to
Only
day basis.
right, right. And I concur with that because as we get older and you learn, it is bad. I used to hear a lady used to say this year. She said, "Baby, it's bad to go through life and not learn something from the mistakes you done made."
Absolutely.
you have friends. I have friends who hold me accountable.
Yes.
Friends that let me know, okay, what you said was true.
But
You
yes.
that wasn't right. That wasn't cool at all. That wasn't cool at all. And I might come back with something. What you mean it wasn't cool? You said, yeah, I went along with you, but when you my dog, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell
Yes.
you when you right, and I'm gonna tell you when you're wrong. I got your back.
Exactly.
My saying is, I'm with you when you're right. You on your own when you're wrong.
Exactly.
But I got friends who hold me accountable.
Yeah.
And I have friends who definitely don't take up for me when I'm wrong. And
Exactly.
that's the whole thing about the friendship thing and about women empowering women. You don't empower a woman who's wrong.
Right.
You stand up for what is right, and you
Yep.
correct those things that are right. That are wrong, in order so they can continue to say the things that are right.
Right, right. It's a growth process. I never want, anybody amen to me every time, because in some things I'm gonna be wrong. And I tell my son, honey, if I lead with Arlene, don't follow me nowhere. Don't listen to me. Don't listen, because I'm gonna lead you astray. I'm telling you, I'm gonna lead you.
Arlene, everybody now today, because of the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all this, everybody got a platform.
Yeah.
Everybody heard.
Yep.
Everybody say they piece and have a few people that follow you. All I've ever wanted to do in life, if I can inspire one person,
Amen.
my job on this earth is really done.
Amen.
So to have all the people in the world listening to hanging on to my every word, I don't need that. But if it inspired one person out of all those people, my job is done. And
absolutely.
The platform is comedy, is a way to inspire people. I am what they call a season comic, because I'm before come August, and I see all the
Wait a minute, repeat that one more time. You're gonna be how old come August?
64 girls.
And you look absolutely amazing.
Let me tell you, I heard this commercial. If you're about to turn 64, call us if you're ready for your Medicare.
They sending me stuff too. I just put some in the trash from AARP. I was like, wait a minute, man.
You can start getting AARP.
Yes.
I when I see the other comedians and they always send me, CC, what can you say? I said, baby, if this is something you are really, really passionate about, go for it. I'm not fixing to get on the road and travel and mess up my skin and not be able to sleep and eat, mess up my digestive system trying to and make people laugh. I ain't got time for that. Now, as long as I know I can come to a show and my check already written or my money already in the envelope, I'm good.
You good.
This is what you desire to do and you're passionate about it. Go for it. But I got too many degrees behind my name, baby. I'm trying to step on the stage, and it's like people come to church, all right, preach to me, make me shout. Sometime when you go to the comedy place and people sitting there, okay, make me laugh,
Right.
But I feel like laughter is something you ought to come with. You ought to come with a jovial spirit. You ought to come with even when you come to church, with a praise on your ready to be able to be exalted. Somebody can help to exalt with you and lift God up together. But I can make you, I can't, you don't have a sense of humor. Can't nobody make you laugh. I don't care if we came out of the audience and tickle you to death.
Right. And it's one of those things where you look at people and you be like, you upset, you mad, this, and they never smile and they just always I remember when I first started.
I can't. And then I paid too much for my teeth. Somebody got them, Arlene.
Right. And they are beautiful. I'm telling you, and I look at people that never smile or laugh or have fun
Right.
or just be, like you said, have a sense of humor or be in a
Right.
place where they, you can, say something like innocent and joke with them. Everybody, I was like, I don't take myself serious like that. I don't, I don't take myself serious. But one thing about Black women and just women in general, we've got to get comfortable with having a voice,
Right. Right. Right.
because we can say things and we can, sit in the back, but some of us have been called to the front,
True that.
to,
That.
like you said, to inspire others. This
Right.
may be something today that someone may have wanted to do all their lives, but they were too scared to get up
Right.
and
Right.
stand before
Right.
people. We have to show them people that are doing this.
Exactly. And that brings on that word testimony. When people,
Yes.
I got a testimony. Well, your testimony and that test, which is the
Yep.
first testimony, wasn't just for you to pass. That
Yep.
test was, and the money part of that is for you to take a moment and tell somebody else what you was brought through. God gave you a testimony and a voice so you could tell others. And we don't know how just a simple word or something we've been through that can inspire somebody, that
Absolutely.
really, really turn another person's life around.
Yep.
And I used to hear this poem by Maya Angelou called Crystal Staircase.
Hmm.
Tell them all the time, I said, I'm not Maya Angelou. If my life was no crystal staircase, and if it was, the crystal broke and I got cut. That's,
Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes.
so, but I have learned to take those broken pieces and those cuts and all those scars, and I've learned to inspire somebody else. Not
Right.
you can wind up scarred, but so you can learn from my mistakes.
Absolutely. Because we all have to go through our own mistakes, regardless of how we try to, shelter our children and protect them and keep them from,
Now,
making. Now, what I do, I tell them all the time, now you're going to have to make your own. What I can do is tell you about what happened to me. And I'm very open and honest with Ariel about things like that. I'm not going to hide and say what I didn't do, even
right,
talking about, just the most sensitive things,
right, right,
being open and honest,
right,
because that's the problem. We are sending our children in the world unprepared
right.
because we haven't.
My girls, I don't think, I think they got here by osmosis. Uh, we talk about sex or we,
Mhm.
and they go, Mom, we don't want to hear that. I said, how you think you got here?
Right, right.
The only immaculate conception that I know of was mine.
Right, right.
And
Exactly.
Joseph wasn't cool with that either, but he went along with the program. Let's not get into it.
Right,
But
right,
I want them to understand, if you can't hear it from me, you
right.
can't, because if a mother can't tell you the truth, who else you going to get it from? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
There are some friends who won't exactly tell you the truth because they don't want to, first of all, lose a friendship. But that's not
Mhm.
to me. I
Right,
want the truth,
right,
And I
right.
remember we was going out one night, me, Gwen, and Diane and Felicia was going out, and I was asking, I said, how does this look? Gwen talking about, oh, I don't like that. I said, what's wrong with it? Well, and I told you, don't look right now, and that's okay. I'm changed. You know what I'm saying? Well, it take a good friend to tell you,
Right.
something just don't look right.
Right. Sabrina them already know. I'd be like, I started doing that, frown up, and I'd be like, I don't know about that. And then you make me sick. This the first thing they say. I'd be like, I start turning up my nose and frowning. And then we all start laughing because they already know how I'm like,
Exactly. Exactly.
no.
And
But we've all grown to love each other in a manner in which we know if we're saying something like that, or we know that, okay,
it's
she's
coming
being,
from a place of love.
yes,
Right.
yes. I don't want you to go out there looking any kind of way.
Right.
I'm going to tell you, no, ma'am.
Right.
Okay. And that's what I do. Sometimes I just be like, no, ma'am, and keep on walking. And
Right.
then she make me sick, and I can hear them behind me, but I'm still walking on. No, ma'am. That's not it.
I'm telling you.
But I hope that more women, because I have starting this journey and on this journey have talked to so many women that don't have what we have with our friends.
Do that.
And we're like, I really want to, get to meet women and, like-minded women and be around them. But I remember the quote that was in my yearbook. And I think about that every time. It said, to be loved, be lovable.
That's right. That's right.
And that goes with being a friend. I don't
Oh,
care.
you're friendly.
Yes, because we all have been wild and rude and done things in our 20s, teens and 20s, but you can't still hold me, to be that person
Right.
20 some years later down the road. I've matured, hopefully you've matured, and we're at different places in our life. So we're gonna have to start, giving each other a chance again. It's like, ooh, I don't fool with women. I hate to hear a woman say that.
That when I tell you, I have had some good male friends over my lifetime. God has taken a few. I've had some good male friends, but my sisters,
Yes.
my throwdown, my earthly born sisters, I
Yeah.
would trade in for all the tea in China.
I know that's right. I know.
I've been blessed to have male and female friends, but I am truly, truly blessed to have women who understand me at this juncture in my life.
Absolutely.
That,
And it makes a difference.
right.
Oh, it makes a difference.
Going through the same thing and can relate to what I'm going through.
Yep.
This is a different era of the age I am now. At 64, the women back in my mom and them days, they didn't
Right.
once they
Right.
turned, it was like life was over or something.
Right. Right. Right.
Now at 60, life is just really beginning,
Yep. Yep.
As somebody said, 60 is a new 40 for some women.
Yep. Yep.
So even though my life started, I started working when I was 15 years old. I took care all my life. I've been taking care of people, and I can remember when it says, "I will give you back the years that you have lost," and God has given me back those years for the sacrifice I've given to others. You don't think about the blessings that come along with it, but how many people you can't put a dollar amount on good health, good
Yep.
and the ability to get up and do for yourself.
Absolutely.
There's not a price tag on it.
Right. And then to see, women that are older than us, and then you all are thriving.
Right.
You're happy. You're blessed, as you say. You are, meeting new people. You're traveling. You're doing things that motivates me. All in itself, because I don't want to get to where, okay, when I turn 50, then I'm gonna have to stop doing this. When I turn, no. That's a whole new journey. That's something else, different that is coming along and going on. And I think I lost Cece. I think she's coming in on another one, another way to get on, but I'll wait until she gets on and, just keep going, guys. But it's one of those things where you just have to really focus on what you want and what you want your life to be at this point in time. Because if you continuously are around negative people and people that are always like, how are you going to do that? You can't do that. You can't do this. You can't do that. And you never really have anybody that's trying to encourage you or empower you to get to a good place, to get to just get to a place where you can grow together. You can be there together. You can just be there in a sense of understanding each other, cheering each other on to the finish line, being there for each other as a means of support. This is what this sisterhood is all about. This is what Hear My Cry was birthed for us to see these types of see and hear these types of conversations. Be around people that are uplifting, that are full of life, that are full of love, that are full of, girl, I got you. Let me show you how to do this. If you don't know how to do that, let's band together and connect and do those things that we need to do. So it's one of those things, ladies, I promise you. The need for our sisterhood is so great because we also want to show our young ladies how to interact with each other, how to treat each other, and how to be there for each other. Because it's one of those things where we've all went through the boyfriend issues, some people have had, bigger issues, and then that I was just talking to you, came back in.
I did.
Uh-huh. And like I was saying, just, being around like-minded people and
Right.
being encouraged by people, being encouraged by the fun that you see people have. I said I'm very purposeful about sharing, things that I do with my friends because I want other women to see that and say, you know what, I need to get me a good group of girlfriends so we can go out and do things together.
Right. Because you know what? When we do things together, it not only makes you feel good, it makes you
Mhm.
feel accomplished. It makes
Yes.
you feel like my life is not being wasted. I'm really
Yeah.
doing something with my life besides going to work and coming home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We are learning to embark on a new era in our life, and we don't have to be sitting at home or sitting on the front porch in a rocking chair.
Right.
Sitting and taking care of somebody's kids. We don't have to do that. So now we're at that stage now that we can really enjoy life.
Yes.
And I remember past doing that series about living instead of existing.
Yes. Yes.
Want to just exist. I want to live, and I want to live my life to the fullest because that's what the Lord said. He wants us to have an abundant life
Yes.
and have a
Yes.
fulfilled life. And I want my life to be fulfilled, not just with work and I love going to church. I do.
Oh, yes.
I miss church so much. I miss
Me too.
fellowship, the
Me too.
camaraderie. I miss that. I miss the just looking at other people's faces, the hands-on praise and worship. Even though I
Yep.
praise and worship every morning at
Yes.
5 a.m. and 7 when the phone call on the prayer
Hmm.
call. But I miss that eye to eye contact. I miss that fellowship. Lord knows
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because it's a part of us. It's
Right,
it's so natural for us. It's
right.
something that a part of our life, a piece of our life
That's
was
right.
stopped when we were
Right.
not able to go to church. And I think again that put even going to church into
Mhm.
perspective because a lot of people I've known, how Bishop always talk about, people say I've been in church all my life, but
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
no evidence of you
But
being
look,
in church
I've been
all your
in church,
life.
I've been in church all my life, but church ain't always been in me, girl. I'm telling
Right, right,
I know the
right.
word, and the Bible tells you just to know it and do it is
Yes,
and not do it is a sin. So
exactly.
knowing it, I'd be better off not knowing it. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yes,
then I'll be whipped with few stripes. But knowing it
yes.
and not
A
oh,
many.
and I don't. Back in the day, I used to look at going to church as a chore. It
Yeah,
was part of my weekly. Okay,
yeah,
party to 4 in
yep,
the morning.
yep.
And then on Saturday, then Sunday morning. I don't care how tired or how scared, I got to go give. I got to get that church in, even if I'm going to sleep and ain't heard nothing the preacher said. I went to church. I went to church. I don't
Yes.
care. I was there.
Be in the place.
I was there. That's all
Yes.
that matters. I was there
Be in the place.
in the place. I didn't care if I heard nothing. I don't care if I didn't shout. If I said one amen, I was there. And I
Huh?
gave my $20 like I supposed to. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep.
It was a part of a schedule. It was a ritual. But now that I have a relationship with God, I understand
Mhm.
the
It
purpose.
was religion. It was,
It
it was
religion. It was just
yeah.
religion. It was
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was the same way. I tell people, I say, if you would have told me 10 years ago that I would be as active and
Girl,
even doing this, I would have been like, whatever. No, not me, you know. And I said, God has such a way of orchestrating everything.
yes,
But now when I look back, all of it was all purposeful for this, what
right,
I'm
right,
doing now.
right,
And to be able to sympathize with women in so many different situations and different scenarios,
right,
because I've been through a lot, even at 46.
right.
And you can't teach or help people when you ain't been there. You can't be
That's
sympathetic to their needs and their, what they have going on
mhm,
if you ain't been there. Sometimes you got to have been in that place for you to understand
right,
how deep
right,
that hurt runs,
right,
how and how I tell people, I will never minimize your pain, never
right,
minimize your hurt. I just don't want you to stay there.
right.
You
And
can't stay
I
there.
I remember once when I was living in Texas, I went with the prison ministry with one of the church members, and I was in there, and one of the girls, the lady that was over it, Miss Carruthers, she was saying, "Cece, you want to tell them your story?" And this girl, one of the girls that was in there, said, "She don't know what I'm going through. Look, she ain't been through what I said, baby. The only difference between me and you is the color of your uniform. I hate burnt orange. I was in burnt orange. You was in burgundy. You know,
Yes,
that you're looking at the after results. You don't know what I've gone through. All you
exactly,
is what you see now, which is what I hope to see for you later on. Maybe you'll be the one up here telling somebody, but you don't know my story. You don't know.
exactly,
You look at what
exactly.
God has done. You don't
Yep.
know what it took for God to get me to this point.
Hmm.
You know. So don't judge me because you see me up here now and you think because I'm not in the uniform like you are that I don't know nothing. Oh no,
Right,
baby. By no means. No means.
right,
I judge this book right here.
right.
Don't read the foreword. You got to read the first chapter.
Yes,
You
yes.
so
Exactly. And
people
and
and
and that's
judge
the
people.
thing.
Right.
We prejudge and we
Right.
don't know. And I always say, honey, don't let this what you looking at now fool you, because the Lord did a work. Uh
Girl, that
oh.
be my saying now. I said, my daughter told me, Mama, you still curse. I said, listen, if you hear a curse word every now and then, charge it to my head and not my heart. Because it used to be every other word. Now I'm doing it good. Now
Yes.
I got this sign on my back. I'm still under construction.
Yes, yes, yes. And that's the thing right there. What really gets me with people that don't go to church. The
Right,
first thing we like to do is judge people that do.
right,
But I'm like, you are, doing the same thing that you saying that we do to you, but
right,
you doing it to me.
right.
And it makes no sense, because I tell them all the time, honey, I ain't got no heaven or hell to put you
Put
in.
you in.
So I don't, my judgment,
Uh,
it don't mean nothing.
I,
Even
I,
if
but what I'm not gonna be doing, I'm not gonna be caught not telling you about it.
exactly,
You might not,
exactly,
you might not receive it from me, but
right,
let me give you the headline. Jesus
exactly.
Christ, God Himself, is not about to come out of heaven to come down to let one person know who He is.
Yes,
So
yes,
trust me when I tell you, whether you hear from me or not, you're gonna hear it from somebody because God ain't got time to come down just to speak to just you. So believe, trust me.
yes.
Trust me.
But he ain't gonna leave you, because he's sending people to journey with you.
Right, right. And
I'm supposed to be your living
I'm the
testimony, the
person,
thing that you can touch, that
right,
tangible thing.
right.
And
Whether
I'm letting you know.
I'm that,
Yes.
I'm that person.
Yep. And I'm letting you know what he's done for me.
Eh,
And I will always, sing it to the high heavens. And I'm like, I don't care if you say I'm this, I'm that.
You
I don't listen to what man said. When, even starting this out, I would doubt myself. And Krishan, she was like, okay, when you gonna do this? When you gonna do that?
right.
So many people at church held me accountable
I,
because they already knew
I,
what was supposed to be Miss Cunning. I just no, you can't stop this. You can't do. I'm like, but I don't really want to do this. I'm gonna do it like this. We negotiate with
I
God. About what
told me.
He.
It took COVID to bring you straight on through, didn't it?
I was on track before COVID, but it really, I was like, okay, Arlene, if you're gonna sit here and keep on dragging your feet, and you already know what the vision is, what the plan is, he's already given it to you, and then you have people that are supporting you and helping you. So what's your excuse now?
Right.
I was like, okay, Lord, okay. We want to do things in our time, and we want to do it, but we want to rush God with the blessings.
Oh,
but we want to do everything.
Girl, you so right. We treat God like a bellhop. Now, Lord, I did this.
Yep.
Now, come on through, Jesus. Come on through, Lord.
Yep. We want to add water instant grits.
That's right. That's right.
It doesn't work like that.
No.
But what we've been through, and for people to see it close up,
right,
personal, that's a part of it too. That's a part of the testimony, because then they'll say, I remember when back then when you used to, I'd be like, yeah, girl, I used to shake it down. I love dancing.
Wait a minute, what they said, girl, I remember when you did this, and I remember and I did too, and I did this and I did that. Let me amen all that. Yes. But it ain't me today. So let me tell you who I is today.
Right. And when people come back and tell me something what somebody said, I say, you know what, girl, she probably was right then when she told you that. Right. I said, but now she has some outdated information. So let me catch you up on what's going on now.
That's right.
So, and even in that, I don't get mad, because I'm like, oh, well, girl, she probably was right then when she told you about me.
Wait a minute. Me and Gwen had a saying, baby. Me and Gwen said, child, that these walls and these chairs. Help us, Jesus.
Absolutely. And we have to get comfortable with what we've been through,
right?
And be able to share it, and not, wear it as guilt. We cloak it. I gotta hide here. I don't hide nowhere. I said, baby, I'm over 21. I can go in any place I want to, then, because I got the money to go in there. Then I'm grown.
I'm really
so now what God has given me is wisdom as to what I do, even if I go into places
right
that may not be acceptable to everybody. And then he gonna make you uncomfortable with some places that you try to go that you used to go. You ain't gonna be able to sit up in there.
As Past would say, the Holy Spirit is sure tell you when you're right or wrong. I don't need no. I feel it. Oh, I know when I'm wrong. I know it, because the Holy Spirit that lives in me gonna tell me, now you're wrong. You as wrong as a crooked man with two left feet. You're wrong, but I help you to get it right. Now I'm gonna convince you enough where you're gonna say, okay. I'm gonna have to eat crow, put some hot on it, and I'll listen. Yeah,
exactly. Because as women, we just we carry every mistake. We put it in our purse, and our purse be so heavy from foolishness that can happen 10, 15, 20 years ago, and we just carry it, and it weighs us down from day to day to day.
True that.
Until you get to a place of freedom and get to an understanding relationship with God, you're gonna keep on letting that stuff wear you all the way down.
And I do it. It ages you, girl. I can't.
It does.
I can't. Black ain't cracking so far. I don't with me weighing down stuff. I ain't got no business. I'm not Erykah Badu. I ain't nobody's bag later. I can't.
No. One of my cousins, he said, hey, everybody else around here aging but you. I said, I'm on my own business, and I stay in my own lane. That's how I'm not aging. I mind my own business, and I stay in my own lane. I ain't trying to take on nothing that God, I'm not God. So I'm not trying to do his job.
No, that's right.
I'm not trying to do his job. So it's, and ladies, for all of you that joined us, thank you so much for joining us. And I just want to, hopefully we've said something that has freed you, that has enlightened you, and most definitely has entertained you with just having a conversation. For those of you that don't have good people or good women connected to you, reach out to me. We're gonna have to get you,
Right.
you know, connected to some people, because I know we've had some relationships that have disappointed us and hurt us, but
Right.
we can't write everybody off because one person or some people were like that. We can't write everybody off.
Right. That's right. That's right.
So that is, you know, definitely one of the things that I hope, as you know, women in general, but definitely as Black
Black.
women,
Right.
we start getting to a place where we can trust each other again and
Right.
we build each other, and not, you know, I remember, and I don't know, it was, when was it? Probably in April.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to this event and I got out the car, and Miss CC, you know how I be, I got the car, I'm just a twisted, and you know, in my head, I'm looking honey forward. I don't, but I noticed the two ladies looking at me, and you know, they, you know, it's, I guess, you know, what I had on or whatever,
Right.
but they was looking at me, and I kind of glanced at them and I smiled and, you know, went on where I was going. And then when they saw me take the stage, they were looking a little crazy. So, you know, you don't know who
Who's
you are,
watching?
or
Who's
who you
watching?
addressing, or who
Right.
you are, you know, encountering. And I just looked at both of them. I did like that, and I
Kept going. Keep
kept
going.
going, because I was like, okay. And I said, they don't even understand.
See, I'm
When
old school.
I walk
See,
with
I'm
my
old,
head up,
but
right?
I'm
You
old school. If they had looked at me, I would say, "Hey, how y'all doing?" And I would have went on. You know what I'm saying? Just like you did. I
know,
would have, "How y'all doing?"
right. And
I,
I was
I
like,
and you know what really bothers me is when women, and like I said, especially women of color, you know, we got that look, baby. I mean,
yes,
and I have no problems compliment another woman. I have
yeah,
no problem. And
yeah,
woman, I give you your due, baby. I give you, if you
right,
wearing something or looking good, I'm saying, girl, you working that. You got
yep,
that going on. I ain't got no problem with that.
yep, yep. And
We have a problem with that. Instead of uplifting each other, we want to, oh, we got that crab mentality, you know?
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's one of the things I wish we get out of.
yeah. And I pray about that all the time, just with, you know, us in general. And it's one of those things where I definitely don't, you know, flame it to make it seem like it's more than what it is.
Yeah.
But I look at it, and when I see it, and I'll be like, God bless them. You
Yeah.
know, you don't even know.
And you know, Arlene, you think that this is stuff in the street, but these is church folks, you
Oh
know.
yeah, most
And
definitely.
church is a building, it's a
Yes,
hospital. It's like any other hospital. It's a place where you go, you hopefully when each service or each sermon that you get a little better. But there's
yeah,
people who are going to leave out of here just sick.
yep,
I never want to go and just hear a word and not get something that would change my thought pattern, get
right,
my stinking thinking, as past
yep,
called, or
yep,
my attitude. You know, yeah, he got a point. You know, and then you give me scripture to back it up.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I got this. Okay,
yep.
I need to do better with that. Yeah, I got to do better with this. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It should hit you where it does make, you know, you think, and you, okay, you know what, I'm gonna stop doing that. That
Right.
is something that I really have a problem with.
Right.
Okay, this word was for me. This
Right.
word was for me.
Right. Really.
And you know, acknowledge that and
Exactly.
be like, okay, God, okay, I'm gonna do better about that.
Right.
But like I said, some people, just like you said, it's a schedule.
It's ain't,
It's a schedule, and there has
it ain't
been
got nothing
no
to do with
growth.
it ain't got nothing to do with age.
Nope.
People what I used to hate. Now the saying I hate, Arlene, is set in their ways.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I don't never want to be in a place where I can't learn or
right.
change. Just because I'm older don't mean that I'm sat in my ways as old.
Yes,
I
yeah,
want to be able to always be able to absorb something new, something that's going to change me, something that's going to help me. Let me put it like that.
yep, Yep. And that's so true, because we should always be in a posture of learning, because
Right,
that's what life is about. It's about learning. It's
right.
about learning new things, because if you stay in that same place and that same mindset, then
Exactly.
nothing is ever going to change for you.
Mm,
And those are the people that, every time you talk to them, something is always wrong.
right.
Something, they're always unhappy. They're always just down and out. I'm like, girl, you ain't got nothing good going on in you, like nothing.
Hypochondriacs that. Them hypochondriacs.
Like, you ain't got nothing good going on in
You
your life.
know what? I don't entertain people like
Me
that. I
either.
promise,
Me
because
either.
that kind of attitude has a tendency of rubbing off.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
got, like I said, I'm not willing to carry nobody excess baggage.
Right.
Get in the pity boat with you. If I can't
Yeah.
get out of it, or
Yeah.
at least throw you a life jacket,
Yeah.
you know.
Exactly. Because it's a lot. It's a lot. And you want people to experience that joy
Right.
that's not connected to anybody. Like, you only happy when, you with somebody, or you
Right.
only
Right.
happy when, certain people are around. No, you got to be happy with yourself
Right.
first. And then, you're going to attract those other happy people. But
Right.
if, it's, contingent upon what somebody else is doing or saying,
That,
then you forever gonna be unhappy.
true that. True that. And happiness is a state of mind, baby. Trust that.
It's the
Trust that.
inside job, is what I always say. It's the inside job.
Yes, it is, baby. Yes, it
It
is.
is. It is. Well, I thank you so much for joining
You
me. We've
are.
almost been here an hour, a few minutes from, and I always usually like to only hold my guests for 1 hour. But I have thoroughly enjoyed this. I hope the ladies that have joined us have enjoyed it. And if you just want to leave with some final words of encouragement, centered around sisterhood and connecting with like-minded women and opening yourself up, so
Right.
I'll let you have the last word.
Well, like I said, as a Christian, first and foremost, I love the Lord, and I know the Lord loves me. And as a human being, and especially as a woman, a mother, a sister, I feel like we as women, we have too much to contribute to society. We have too much to offer and too much to give back, and not to share it with one another, and not to embrace one another in sisterhood of love and acceptance, and stop trying to make everybody like us.
Yeah.
Because if everybody was like me, we would do nothing but laugh all day and pee on ourselves. That's all.
Right.
Because everybody isn't a me, but we all need somebody. Everybody in our lives is instrumental for some reason. And I appreciate the women that Lord has placed in my life. But if I can ever be an encouragement, or a listening ear, or just even a sounding board for somebody, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me. I mean, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and I mean, I am gung ho. I believe that what we are here to support each other, and we're here to uplift one another. And if I can uplift somebody with a smile, laughter, that's my job. That's my job. So,
Absolutely.
if y'all ever need anybody to talk to, just to have a friendly lunch, brunch, late
Mhm.
night eggs and bacon, we can do that too. I
Yes.
love waffle. I love the waffle house.
Yes, yes. And that's what we need, ladies. Sometimes we just need to go out to brunch and laugh,
Right.
and just simply laugh and just enjoy being around good people.
Amen.
I tell everybody all the time, my church members, I don't even call them church members, my church family, because we get it. We understand it.
That's
And a lot of us have been on the other end, where we've been through so many things that only thing we can do now is look up and
that's
look forward to, laughing and loving on and worshiping, and, just being in a good place, in a good space,
amen.
because
Amen.
everybody ain't promised old age.
That's true. That's true. That's true. It is a privilege denied to many.
Yes,
I've
yes.
lost a
So,
lot of, right. That's right.
and we have to understand why we're here,
Right.
enjoy the time that we're here, but make it peace. And I say that, and I told my mom this. I said, I don't not only want to rest in peace, but I want to live in
Live
peace.
in peace. Amen. Amen. I'm gonna be resting in peace, whether I'm here or not.
Yes,
A peace
yes,
is anyway. A piece of me gonna be
yes, yes,
now the other part. I'm gonna be upstairs enjoying the Lord.
yes. And so you have so many of us that don't know peace in this life.
And that's sad. That's sad.
Don't leave here without being
Without,
happy,
that's right.
being joyful,
That's
and
right.
just being full of love.
That's right. That's right, Arlene. That's right. That's
So that is my final word to all of you awesome and amazing ladies. Thank you so much for joining me, Miss Cece. I love you.
I
You know
love you too,
I
Arlene.
love you. I love you. And I just thank God for you. I
Thank
do.
God for you too. Thank you, Arlene.
You're welcome. All right, ladies, you all have a good evening. If you have any questions for Miss Cece, you can put them in the group. That you will be able to see them in the group.
Okay.
And if you want to get in contact with her, you can put your contact information in there as well. If someone wants to book you, or I don't know if you're still doing bookings right now, but if they want to get in contact with you, then you can put that information. And this video will be in the group up under, and you can put it up under the video.
Thank you, darling. Y'all have
You're welcome. All right. You have a good evening.
all right, baby.
All right. Bye bye.